Central Pennsylvania is not the easiest terrain to cross with its numerous hills, but it's where you'll find one of the state's busiest main lines. Norfolk Southern uses its Pittsburgh Line to haul heavy freight between the big cities divided by the Appalachian Mountains. But even though it is a modern main line, there are many relics to remind you that this was once a lifeline of the Pennsylvania Railroad. Can its Microsoft Train Simulator rendition immerse you in modern railroading? We'll haul freight up the slopes at the Railyard. The Norfolk Southern Pittsburgh Line was originally built by the Pennsylvania Railroad in the 1850s to serve as a connection to the western states. The railroad line is famous for the Horseshoe curve located at Kittanning Gap, which was constructed to keep the gradient of the railway from becoming too steep. Today, the line can see over 50 trains per day, with NS hauling a wide variety of freight, including, but not limited to, autos, intermodal containers, coal, and grain. It even has passenger traffic, with Amtrak's daily Pennsylvanian service and Norfolk Southern occasionally sending out its business train. Austin Yoder has created the portion of this main line from Johnstown to Altoona, PA. This 60 miles incorporates many of the area's rail fanning landmarks, including the Gallitzin Tunnels, the Station Inn at Crescent, and the Cassandra Overlook. The era of this route is from the mid-1990s to modern day, so both Conrail and Norfolk Southern trains will fit. It's important to clarify that this route has been built from scratch and is not based on work from the PRR Eastern region. Most of the traffic on the Pittsburgh line is mainline freight, but there are some opportunities for switching. The entire Altoona Works industrial complex, where the Pennsylvania Railroad once built many of its famous engines and where NS currently rebuilds locomotives, is included. Also, one can interchange freight cars with the R.J. Corman Railroad in Crescent. For the towns, a large amount of custom structures have been built specifically for this route. Vincent Lanza has done an incredible job at recreating many of the buildings one would see on a rail fanning trip of the area. The route has a nice array of built-in sounds. On some of the tight curves, you'll hear wheel flange noise like this. Your train will also pass by Norfolk Southern defect detectors.
Norfolk Southern, milepost 238.3, no defects.
Having both railfanned and traveled on this particular mainline on numerous occasions, I can say that this route is both incredibly accurate and scenic. The details one sees in real life are all here, right down to each individual signal being correct for the different control points. Because of the amount of detailing, the route will demand a lot from your computer. The frame rates aren't bad, but the amount of objects on some of the tiles and the detailed terrain textures can cause stutter between tiles. This may cause the route to crash on older computers. I did manage to get it to work on a single-core 2.3 GHz processor, but I was driving in Explore mode with just my train. You want to be careful if you're running an activity with AI traffic. On a quad-core powered machine, this route runs very smoothly, even when using highly detailed locomotives and cars. The route documentation is exceptionally good. Not only are readmes and maps included, but there are even signal rules and timetables. This is very instrumental in helping you to get a sense of the operations seen on this line, even if you're not too familiar with the territory. This route is everything one could ask for out of MSTS. The attention to detail is second to none, and the experiences you'll have are, as Microsoft would say, as real as it gets. This is definitely one of the best routes I've ever seen come out for MSTS, as it genuinely feels and replicates the real railroad. I give the Norfolk Southern Pittsburgh Line my seal of approval with a final score of 100%. That means that for the first time ever, I give a route which models an actual railroad line the Platinum certification.